Hello, thank you for joining me. Today I'm in the Hungarian city of Zalaegerszeg. I'm just in the city centre right now. It's really quite an interesting city centre because there's quite a lot of modern sort of 1960s buildings, but they're surrounded by trees and lots of flowers, so they've really kind of made what may not be the best looking town centre into a really pleasant, attractive town centre. Now the first thing I want to show you, it's about 3 minutes to 4 and there's a clock just over here. That might be what I've come for. It plays a tune every hour, so that's how I thought we'd start the video, by listening to the tune. Here we go. That motorbike seemed determined to stop us from hearing it, but anyway. So that was the tune that this clock plays every hour. It's a shame we didn't hear all of it because of that loud motorbike, and it was a bit windy, but anyway, that is the main clock, and I've been told it plays a different tune every season. So I thought we'd do, before we head that way and have a look round the city centre, there's one landmark over here that I thought we'd have a quick look at, and then we'll then go into the city centre. So that was our introduction to Zalaegerszeg. So I'll just tell you a little bit about the city. It's the capital of the county Zala in Western Hungary. It has a population of about 61,000. So you know, it's not massive, but you know, it's not small. Now coming here, there's a rather attractive building in front of us. This is the former synagogue. I believe it is no longer a synagogue anymore. It's used for various functions throughout the city, but it's a lovely building. I've never actually been inside. I'll have to try and get inside at some point, have a look, but I just thought, seeing as we're here, we might as well have a wander around the outside of the former synagogue. I'll just let you see the front. Well, what we'll do actually, we'll circumnavigate it and then we'll head back into the actual city centre. So if we come to here, we'll see the front. It's an interesting style of architecture. It kind of reminds me in some way of sort of a rather fancy non-conformist church, but at the same time it's a little bit baroque. It's quite an interesting building though. So yeah, here's the front. You can see the Hebrew writing on the front. So Hungary's Jewish population, I don't think there's so many here. That's why I think it's possibly no longer used as a synagogue. But certainly in Budapest, there's a large Jewish population. In fact, there's even what's believed to be one of the biggest cathedrals in the world in Budapest. I visited it a few years ago. It's an amazing building. I don't think we're going to get there on this trip, but maybe at some point we can go there. I'll make a video. So most cities in Hungary, well I suppose as in most cities in anywhere in Europe, will have a synagogue, anywhere that's fairly large, and they can come in a variety of styles of architecture, but this probably has to be one of the most exciting. There's this modern sort of extension here. We're now coming back to where we came from. We're going to head in that direction back into the city centre, and I'll show you the rest of it. We'll look at some of the, as I said, the 60s architecture, and we'll also go and have a look at some of the older architecture. There was a lady saying something to me out the flat window. I'm not sure what she was saying because it was in Hungarian. Although I do understand some Hungarian, she said it very quickly. But whatever she was saying, she was smiling, so it must have been a good thing. But I don't know what she was saying. Anyway, so coming back to here, we're now coming back to where that clock was, back to where we started the video. I'm going to take you through the city centre. We'll have a look at some of the buildings, how it's got lots of lovely sculptures and trees, so it kind of almost feels, you know, it's kind of, they brought the forest into the city. That's something Hungarians are very good at. In fact, if you ever go to Debrecen, the second largest city in Hungary, I've done videos there before, and that is known as the city in the forest. I'm just going to go down here to the crossing, because in Hungary they are quite strict about where you cross the road. You can be fined if you cross when you don't cross, you don't wait for the green man, is what I was trying to say. Lovely London plane tree here. This is cool. It's a hot day, it's about 24 degrees. They've got this thing here, you don't really see these. You do occasionally, but it's spraying water. I don't know if the water shows up, but that is nice and refreshing. So it just sort of sprays water and keeps you cool, which is great on a hot day like today. So here's the city centre, the main square. There's something just round here that I think is a really nice thing. So that's the main fountain. But if we have a look here, there's all of the twin cities that Zalaegerszeg is twinned with. So we've got one there from Romania. I'm not going to pronounce all names because I might not be able to pronounce them properly, but we can certainly have a look. So we've got Romania, I think that's Ukraine, Bulgaria, Slovakia. That's obviously on the Danube because it's got the word Duna, which means Danube. Got it in Italy. This one's confusing me. It looks like it says Hurston, so whether that's Houston in America. Couldn't find anything though. So if anyone knows what city that is and which country, comment and tell me. Got one in Austria, one in Poland, Kassel in Germany, got one in Slovenia, another one in Germany, another one in Romania, another one in Romania, one in Russia, Varshad, that's in Croatia, HR, that's Croatia because the Hungarians call Croatia Horvathország. We've got one in Finland. Now the last one's quite interesting to me, Zenica, which is in Bosnia-Herzegovina. I stopped there once. I haven't really been to the city centre, but I was on a train from Dubai down to Sarajevo, and it was a single track, so they said the train's going to be here for at least 10 minutes. So of course I got out to take a picture of the loco, and I thought, what's in as I'm here? Might as well get a beer. So I bought a beer on the platform, and it was really pleasant. So perhaps we should try and go to Zenica again. It's the fourth largest city in Bosnia-Herzegovina. Anyway, back to Zalaegerszeg in Hungary. So that's the city's main fountain. There's this, I like this statue here. I'm going to sit down next to it. It's two men playing chess. Can't actually pick up the pieces because of course people walk off. But then here you've got a plain chessboard, so you can actually come here and play chess if you wished, next to these two men playing chess. Now if you have a look over here, I love it when towns do it. So I've not yet found one of these in Britain, but it says in massive letters Zalaegerszeg. I've seen it in Chartres in France. By the cathedral it said Zalaegerszeg. Sorry, it didn't say Zalaegerszeg, that would have been funny. It said Chartres. So this says Zalaegerszeg. I wish we could do somewhere in England should do that. I think it's a really nice idea. So we're going to now leave the main square. We're going to carry on walking down. I've been told that cafe over there is really good. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to go there now, but when I've finished the video, I'm probably going to go and have an ice cream. So that cafe, if you're in Zalaegerszeg, do go there. Apologies about the wind, it is getting a bit windy, which doesn't seem to fit today's weather. I'm trying to get out of it. This bit here kind of reminds me a bit of Bicester Village in the United Kingdom. Just the shape of the buildings. Now this is cool. we have these in England as well. Look, it's an old phone box, and it's in use as a library. Ooh, right, open up a bit too tough. So as you can see, look, it's full of books. So we do have these in the UK, but obviously UK style phone boxes. So now let's carry on walking. Still, like I said, it's like a garden, but we're right in the city centre, which I think is really nice. Interesting over here, there's this interesting thing. I've noticed they tend to do this in Hungarian cities sometimes. Oh, it's interesting. It's a funny looking, rather unusual statue. I think it's meant to be a fountain. They've MAV, the railway company, so they have an office in the city centre. If you want to go and buy a ticket, you don't have to go all the way to the station. You can just come here, buy a ticket. It's closed today because it's Sunday, but I think that's quite a cool idea. Can you imagine, say, somewhere like Stoke-on-Trent, if they had a ticket office in the middle of Hanley? Then that said, they might as well just put a railway station back in the middle of Hanley. But anyway, enough of that. I really like this. This shows you how far it is to each of the twin towns. So we use Zenica as an example. It's 570 kilometres from here. So if I wanted to get there by train, I'd have quite a long journey. It's not impossible, because I could get from here to Nojkanica, and then get a train from there to Zagreb, get a train from there to Banja Luka, and then I could get a train from Banja Luka down to Zenica, and I'll probably carry on to Sarajevo. We'll have to do that again at some point in the future, because that is a lovely part. But all of Eastern Europe is. Hungary's a lovely country. So are some of the all of the former Yugoslavian countries are great places worth visiting. That's the main city post office there. So if I'm going to write anyone any postcards, that's where I would go to post them. Now we've got to wait again to cross the road. Köszönöm. Köszönöm is thank you in Hungarian. So give you another look at the it's quite an Art Deco style building, that big post office. Now just coming up here, Hungary's not as good as it used to be for seeing unusual Eastern Bloc cars. You will see them, there will be larders driving about. I have seen any, but haven't seen any today. But one thing a few years ago that were everywhere were Trabants. And we have one here, obviously not in use, but its bonnet seems to have become a rather unusual flower planter. So I think that's quite a nice use of the Trabant. Intact. The car's intact inside. Don't look at that. You can see inside. I was going to try and show you the gear stick, but I can't see it, so it must have been taken out. And then there's more flowers planted in the boot. So quite a good use for a Trabant. Almost the complete opposite to them on the road. On the road when they're churning out blue two-stroke smoke, and now we've got one churning out flowers. So obviously I probably would rather see it going along the road, but still, at least it's better than it being scrapped. Of course, Trabants are almost impossible, they say, to get rid of, because this car going to let me cross? Can't let me cross. Yeah, so Trabants, they're very hard to get rid of because they're not made of metal, they're made of Duraplaster bodies, which is two waste materials from factories, like a resin style material, a cotton wool style material, and they're mixed together. There is this myth they're made out of cardboard. I'll quash that now. They're not, they're made of Duraplast, but you can't really get rid of them because it's not metal, so there's not really much metal on them if you take them to your usual scrapyard. They tried burning them, but it made very toxic fumes, so that didn't really work. They tried even burying them at the bottom of lakes, but they did that somewhere, and a few days later they all floated up to the top. So people, if they had the Trabant, they generally wouldn't scrap them, they'd just keep them, because you used to have to pay quite a lot to get rid of Trabants. So that's probably why they end up with uses like that, becoming used as flower planters, but still it's a nice use for it. So now coming down to this end, we come to the more baroque end of Zalaegerszeg. Got this lovely hotel here. This is like the main luxury hotel, although for some reason the downstairs restaurant has ended up being a McDonald's, which I don't think the people of Zalaegerszeg are best pleased about, but still, that is the only, I think it's the only McDonald's in the city. There might be one, a retail park on the edge. Oh, that's good, the lights have just gone green, so I can cross the road. So that's the city centre there. The final thing I want to show you is the main Baroque church. It's a beautiful building, real Austro-Hungarian, you know, the best of the Austro-Hungarian Empire style building. So again, I've got to wait for the green man. We'll go across now. I don't know if it'll be open, but my plan is if we can go just inside. Quite often in Hungarian churches you can go in, you can't actually walk up and down the nave, but you can actually have a look. So we'll do that, and then we'll have a little look in that area there. There's a main city's museum, which I haven't actually been to, and I don't think it'll be open today, but we'll go over there, and that's where we'll finish. So just have to wait, bear with me a moment, but we never know, a larder might come. There's a rather souped up Volkswagen Golf crossing the road. It won't be too long, I shouldn't think. We're going to have to wait here. Okay, these cars are stopping. There we go, got the green one. So we're now approaching the main parish church. They say Zalaegerszeg is a city, but it isn't actually a cathedral. This is the main church. I suppose this is the would-be cathedral. Let's just see if it's open. That's the main thing. Hope it is, but it might not be. So I'm gonna. If it isn't open, I apologise in advance. It looks promising. The door's open. I may not talk much if we go in here because there's other people praying, what have you. So I might just be quiet if there's other people. So we'll go in so we can see. Okay, so I appear to be the only one in here, so I will talk, and I'm going to let you see the beautiful paintings in the church. It's a bit of a shame we can't walk up the church, but then at the same time it's better than not being able to go in at all. It's a really beautiful building. Have a look around here. Just notice these trompe-l'oeils. Can you see? If you look over there, there's that man, as if it's like a statue, but it's not really a statue, it's flat, it's painted on the wall, and they've got them all over here. All of this, it's all flat, it's just an arch, but it really looks like it's 3D. So yeah, it's a lovely church. It's the main Catholic church. About 70% of Zalaegerszeg is Catholic. So I'll come back outside now and we'll finish the video outside. We'll have a look just across here. Sunglasses. Oh, it's feels so bright coming out and warm. Final thing I wanted to show you. There's a model of the city. So you can see the church and the big church above it. And this shows how the city would have looked with a wall around it. I think, I'm not entirely sure, so if anyone watching knows more, then do comment and say. But there we are, it's the model. That is the church. That's the city's museum. We'll just go into this nice little let's call it a park or a courtyard, but whatever it is, it's pleasant. And we'll end the video in amongst the flowers of this square, let's call it. So hope you enjoyed this video from Zalaegerszeg in Western Hungary. There will be some more Hungarian videos. I haven't decided exactly where, possibly in the Balaton area, so do watch out and we'll see where we go. It's a bit of a, I'm going to plan this trip as I go along. So anyway, from Zalaegerszeg, thank you very much for watching. If you ever do come to Hungary, do get the train out. It's pretty much guaranteed to be a local haul train from Budapest. Come visit this lovely, beautiful city. So thank you very much for watching and goodbye. Köszönöm szépen, viszontlátásra.